Hi everyone, it's me Elizabeth Steins, aka Fairy Woman, and we are on day 14. We've been doing this for 2 weeks now. So I hope you guys are starting to experience the benefit of doing this. Once you hit 14 days, you're starting to really reprogram your brain into whatever habit you're working towards. I hope you're using this as a habit to give yourself that space and time to connect and to start being open to the magic and the fairies in your life. So, day 14 is actually day 1 in the workbook because the first 13 are the chapters from the regular book, and this starts the 30 days that are extra that are in the workbook. So, day 1, the fairy message is: when humans choose to shine, be their best, and show the world their authentic self, two things happen. They feel very alone, and they feel very vulnerable. Your society has tricked you into believing that you have to wear a mask and lie to be successful and liked. The people who are the most successful and usually the most liked are the ones being their most authentic self. There are plenty of humans who are authentically shallow. It is their role to play on this earth. There's nothing wrong with that. They can have their own success and happiness. Success does not necessarily mean you have to have the most money, fame, or rewards. It means you are at peace in your life and genuinely happy. Success is the feeling when you create something powerful. You achieve a goal you have been striving for, or you do fulfilling work that contributes to the world around you. Only you can judge your success. Why do humans feel lonely and vulnerable? They're looking for the outside validation that they are successful and good. They are looking for the love and acceptance they crave. It is natural to need tribe. It is natural to need love. You humans are often told that all you need is yourself, but that is not true. A tree needs its ecosystem to survive. The nature on the earth is to coexist and thrive together. Your society is the same. If you don't like the way society is, then change it. After all, you are part of that ecosystem, and a small change can shift it in a new direction. You are not stepping out on your own to be different and alone and ridiculed. You are stepping out on your own to create space for those like you to connect, to shift the ecosystem, to benefit all, and to feel successful. We will guide you on your way, the fairies. I feel like that's very pertinent to now. So much is shifting in our society, and so much every day it seems like I'm seeing people posting or videos talking about this, like, we need to change things. We need to change the way we're doing stuff around here, and kind of a call to arms for people. I think there's different layers of that, and there's different levels that that's going to happen. But I think that's what's important is for you to find what you need. What is it that you need to shift in your life? What is it you need society to shift and start working towards that? I also love the thing it says in there about they're authentically shallow people. I think that we need to accept that there are some people who are just going to have a different perspective of the world, and it is their truth and their authenticity to be shallow, to maybe not have compassion, to just have a different perspective of the world. And that's okay. They can have that perspective. They don't have to be our enemy. I think you can have compassion for them being that way. But it doesn't also mean that their truth has to be your truth. And I think a lot of people are starting to discover that this idea of money, success, status, whatever, isn't as fulfilling, especially in a pandemic. It doesn't make much of a difference when you're stuck at home and trying to survive. I mean, money definitely is an issue right now where so many people are not able to make it, who've lost their livelihood, and I don't want to make light of that part. But I think we're realizing just how screwed up our money structure is, how screwed up this ecosystem that we've created in our society is. You know, the plants and trees and everything in the forest, they have a whole system of roots. that work with each other and feed each other, and things die to feed other plants, and larger plants protect smaller plants, and just even on the plant level, there is a community and a cooperation that happens. And we humans, I think, are having this kind of awakening that we have to work in that cooperation. We have to work together to start making it so we all can thrive and survive. So, the action step. Make a list of who is your tribe and how they help you feel successful. Notice through your day the times that you feel successful and the times that you feel like a failure. Notice who's around you and what experiences trigger those feelings. I would say even go back to times that you really felt like a failure and times that you really felt successful, and look at those experiences and the people in those experiences, because it will help you realize patterns of where you get triggered into feeling failure. I don't believe that anyone's really a failure, or that anytime that we are quote unquote failing, it's often just because it's not turning out the way that we expected it to. It didn't meet our expectations. The outcome wasn't what we were desiring. It doesn't mean that you failed. It means that you had expectations that were in alignment with your divine path. That's all. So if you can see it that way and see the lessons in it and see what the whole experience is bringing you as a gift, it helps release the shame. Because the problem with failure is that we take that into a personal, shameful experience. We're a failure, we're a loser, you can go into that whole place, I never get what I want. And the truth is you can always find places that you felt successful and always find places that you feel a failure if you look back on your life. I don't know anyone that can't look back and find both. And the real trick is to learn from those experiences and to make different choices in the future. And again, look at the expectations you had. Were those realistic expectations? Maybe they were, maybe they weren't. And even if they were realistic, the reasons why I didn't get there, sometimes it's just, I can't tell you how many times I can look back and be like, thank God didn't give me what I wanted. Because what I wanted was so much smaller, or so, like if I was in that reality now, I would not be happy. I would not have these other fulfilling experiences to look at. So sometimes the thing that we think we really want that we don't get is our greatest gift, because it starts opening us up to a new path. So things that you can ponder as you might be experiencing lockdown, you might be finally getting your state opening up some. I know there's some countries, some states, and different places where they're starting to relax and people are able to kind of move back. Even here in Washington, they're going to start our 4-phase plan to open back up. And we'll see how that all happens. But I hope no matter what, you do what you need to do to stay safe and sane and to find a little magic in your day. I will see you tomorrow.